Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Today I'll review an article from our group, the title Mother Tongue Influence in Students' English Writing. I choose this article because it investigates how a student's first language or L1 influences their English writing. This topic is very relevant for students learning English as a second language. It helps explain why certain mistakes occur and give practical strategies like thinking directly in English or using translanguaging, which can be applied in classroom. Abstract: the study focused on first semester students at Universitas Maritim Raja Ali Haji. Researchers explored how their native language affects their writing in English, especially grammar, syntax, vocabulary, and cognitive process. They collected responses from 22 students using the Google Form questionnaire. From the data, patterns emerged, including direct translations, unusual word order, first language influence, vocabulary, and grammar mistakes. Students also share strategies to reduce first language interference, such as thinking in English, reading English text, practicing writing, and using natural expression. Overall, the study emphasized that understanding first language influence and using strategies like translanguaging can help improve writing skills. The introduction explains that writing in English is more than just arranging words. Students need to master grammar, vocabulary, sentence structure, and coherence to communicate ideas clearly. A major challenge is the influence of their mother tongue. Many students unconsciously transfer patterns from their first language, which can cause errors in tense, articles, preposition, word order, and spelling. The literature review showed that first language influence affects syntax, grammar, vocabulary, and spelling. Translanguaging is suggested as a strategy that allows students to use their first language strategically to support learning English, which can reduce mistakes and improve understanding. The objective of the study are to identify type of first language interference, examine errors patterns, suggest practical strategies, and explore translanguaging applications in teaching writing. Method: this study used a qualitative design. 22 first semester students participate completing a questionnaire via Google Form. The questions were both closed-ended and open-ended, which helped researchers understand the students' difficulties with direct translation, sentence structure, and vocabulary. Responses were analyzed thematically to find patterns of first language interference, such as literal translation, irregular word order, vocabulary influenced by the first language, and grammatical error. Ethical procedures were followed and all participants' responses were kept confidential. This approach allowed the researchers to focus on students' real experiences and cognitive process when writing in English. Finding and discussion: the analysis revealed that most students were influenced by their first language, though many viewed this influence as minor. Over half of the students admitted to using direct translation from their native language when writing in English. This aligns with the interlanguage concept, where learners make first language and second language structures due to limited understanding of English convention. Students reported less confidence regarding their writing challenge, indicating that factors like limited vocabulary, grammar mistake, and insufficient practice also play a role. Many students still write in their first language when not focused on English, but they also employ strategies to reduce errors. These strategies include thinking in English, practicing writing regularly, reading English materials, brainstorming ideas, and avoiding literal translation. Overall, the studies show that while first language affects writing, students can significantly reduce mistakes by using consistent strategies. They support language transfer and translanguaging theories, emphasizing that effective teaching should recognize first language interference and provide authentic English practice. Conclusion: the study concluded that a student's mother tongue substantially impacts English writing, influencing sentence structure, grammar, vocabulary, and cognitive process, while direct translation and dependence on first language can cause errors. Students use effective strategies such as thinking directly in English, regular writing practice, reading English texts, employing natural expressions, and brainstorming ideas. Translanguaging and multilingual approaches can gradually reduce first language interference and improve clarity and coherence. Intentional practice, structured with dance and awareness of cognitive process. Okay, to enhance fluency and accuracy in English writing. Reading this article made me reflect on how these strategies could be applied in real classrooms. For example, how can teachers balance first language support and second language immersion? I also wondered how students at different proficiency levels respond to translanguaging and what role cultural and regional references play in their writing mistakes. The article references several studies about first language influence in language and translanguaging. These sources strengthen the credibility of the study and support its conclusion about reducing first language interference in English writing. Thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.